Good evening, I'm Carl Bowen and you're watching my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. First of all, I'll just get it out of the way. Yeah, it is November. I am wearing Christmas pyjamas, but come on, let's be honest. A bit of Del Boy, you can't beat him, can you? It's 2020. Let's have it straight. Anything goes now, doesn't it, for the rest of the year? Let's be honest. So I'm getting in the mood early, and I'm certainly going to spread some Christmas cheer. Right. Obviously, yeah. So I set up the YouTube channel to mainly for fitness workouts. Obviously, I posted one yesterday, kettlebell home workouts, which I thought was very cheeky, by the way. My shoulders, my legs, definitely still feeling it today. So I mainly set it up for fitness. Some obviously home workouts, my fitness journey, to talk about mindset, motivation, mental health, resilience. All them sort of things. And I'll obviously be getting guests on as well, and interviewing some guests and getting their tips. How they handle things, how they get themselves motivated, what they do for fitness. And we'll definitely be getting some message out there. Anyway, the video tonight, what I wanted to talk about was I wanted to give some feedback on a place I visited probably about, I think it was 4 weeks ago now. Yeah, October, halfway through October. I spent a weekend at a little place called TEAM Bootcamp in Bridgnorth, Shropshire. Firstly, I'll put it out there, for integrity. I am not employed by TEAM Bootcamp, so I'm not affiliated by them. They haven't asked me to do this feedback. In fact, they don't even know I'm doing it, so they'll probably see it at the same time as you. So I just obviously wanted to say that. So, because I have two reasons for obviously probably doing this feedback, if I'm honest. First one is obviously it's a veteran-owned business. It's owned by Craig and his wife Paula. Craig's an ex-Royal Marine. So, and I always like to promote or get the word of veteran-owned businesses out there, because that's important to me. Obviously, being a veteran myself as well, and I'd like to think the favour would be returned from fellow veterans, and it is us. The one thing between these veterans is we do support each other, and we do definitely stick by each other. And the other one is obviously just to give my opinion on it, just to give my feedback from the weekend I had there, because I think it's always good to hear obviously outside views as well, outside opinions of people who don't work there, because naturally, obviously it's your business, or if you're employed by them, then you're going to say nice things. So obviously I wanted to give a feedback of my experience at bootcamp. So how it started was at the beginning of the year. Once I'd decided that I wanted to go on to the personal trainer journey, in fact, how I first spotted Craig was through the Ops Spartan group on Facebook. Obviously, I'd seen him post on there about personal trainers, obviously wanted. And I was gutted at the time, because obviously I'd only just started, so, I wasn't qualified or anything like that. And I was like, oh man, I'd love to have jumped on that. Do you know what I mean? But I think I even commented saying, a couple of months more down the line, and this would have been fantastic. But yeah, so I always kept it in the back of my head. And then about halfway through the year, I'd obviously decided that I wanted to go and spend a few days at a boot camp somewhere to just to look at other trainers, to be fair, and just see, because although you obviously you get all the knowledge is in the books or however you learn and stuff like that, I honestly believe that sometimes the best way of learning is on the job, and watching people who've been in the trade for years and seeing how they work, just learning on the job basically, and I thought that's probably the best experience. So I had a look at some local boot camps, and obviously TEAM was in the back of my mind as well. Obviously, as I say, as I'd seen Craig. So it was just random. I thought, I'll drop Craig an email, and so I did. Just explain my situation. Obviously, being a fellow veteran, is there any chance you could help me out and just allow me to pop down, because obviously everything was going on as well at the time, obviously with COVID and the situation that was happening. I'd completely understand if if the last thing you wanted was people coming inside from out, you know what I mean? So I didn't. Not that I didn't expect to reply, but I wouldn't have been surprised if I didn't really hear nothing back, or just, you know, or it was a no or whatever. But after a few days, obviously I had an email back from Craig, and it was like, yeah, mate, I'd be more than happy to have you down here. You know, just let me know. Let's arrange a date and all that, and we'll get you down. So fast forward to October. I mean, I wanted to get there in you know, like in the main of the summer, right? Obviously, lockdown happened, but I'd have liked to have got there in the summer, but I had things going on as well. I'd started university course for fitness, sports, and coaching as well, because I want to expand on the knowledge and open up other avenues and other areas. So, but yeah, so October came, and I went. It was very interesting, actually. On the first morning I was due to go there, on the Saturday, I very nearly talked myself out of going, because without, well, I wouldn't open up anyway, without delving too much and opening up and, you know, spewing all my thoughts and feelings out. But although I probably come across as confident, I have got, you know, yeah, I've got some certain issues, trust issues mainly. So I genuinely didn't want to put myself out there, just sort of thing, you know. So, and fear of getting there and just like no one speaking to me, or being just, you know, feeling like a tag-along or a stranger. Do you know what I mean? In their environment. So I nearly didn't go. Honestly, I nearly didn't go. I nearly talked myself out of it. However, I am so glad I didn't. Honestly, I am really, really glad I decided to go there. So I rocked up the Saturday morning. The first event was 6 a.m, so it's an early start. That is the weigh-ins for the boot campers. So I got there, obviously, even pulling up onto the manor house, which is absolutely stunning. I mean, obviously I got there at 6 o'clock, so it was, you know, it was dark, it was pitch black still, and it was just amazing seeing it all lit up. It was, yeah, it was spectacular, really. It was just great. But even pulling up, I was obviously still nervous. So I went inside, obviously wearing my mask. And the first thing I spotted was the fact that, you know, they had a one-way system going around the manor. All the guests was wearing masks. Everything was all socially distanced. It was, you know, so straight away, it was obviously, you know, I was like, okay, well, COVID rules are obviously being followed. This is fantastic, sort of thing, you know. Well, obviously not fantastic. I wasn't there to inspect COVID rules, but you know what I mean, didn't you? So it made me feel at ease, obviously, straight away. And then I walked through, and obviously I asked, because the boot campers were the first people I met, so I asked obviously where the trainers was, and obviously they pointed me in the direction of a room that was called the Snug, which is where the weigh-ins happen. And the first trainer I bumped into was a young lad, actually quite a young lad, called Reese. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic trainer, seriously. He's got so much knowledge. The way he comes across, for you know, and he is young, I think 22, 23, something like that, but the way he came across, the way he handled himself, and, you know, and obviously we spoke about this, because obviously a lot of clients will be older than him, and they've obviously done things, but he handled himself brilliantly, and he automatically, straight away, made me feel at ease. Honestly, from that minute I walked in and just met Reese, I felt instantly at ease, and I was looking forward to the weekend, to the rest of the weekend ahead. So obviously we've done the weigh-ins. That was all started off onto the first session, and it is, you know, 7 o'clock is their first session, fasted session, just before breakfast. So which was just a fitness assessment. But again, Reece made me feel involved. You know, obviously we both demonstrated some of the exercises to the clients and what they'd be doing. You know, obviously it allowed me to get involved. So, you know, I obviously gave some motivation to the clients, and, you know, just let them know they were doing well. And to be fair, the clients was absolutely smashing it, putting 110% into everything. And because obviously you imagine as well, you've got clients who are coming there. So you've got regular boot campers who return every so often, and obviously you had new ones, but you've also got boot campers who are coming at different levels of fitness. So hence why they do a fitness assessment on first thing on Saturday morning, so they can gauge what levels of fitness the client's at. to plan programs for the rest of the week. So that was great. As I say, straight away I instantly felt part of the team. Really, I mean, I just rocked up there literally an hour ago, and I felt instantly part of the team. I didn't feel like an outsider at all. It was great. So we done the session, went back to camp, and that was where I met obviously Paula and Craig for the first time. Obviously, I'd spoke to him over emails, but that was the first time I'd met him. Again, that was great. Obviously, thanked him for allowing me there, and obviously just went through the plans for the day. And again, in terms of COVID, it was, temperatures were being checked of the clients and stuff like that. So, the reason I mentioned this a few times is as feedback for if there's anyone out there who's watching this and has probably been thinking about going there during these times, seriously, I've no troubles whatsoever, because it is completely as best as as safe as they can make it for you. Honestly, temperatures are being checked, masks are being worn indoors, social distance is applying. Yeah, obviously you have the 2 separate groups, and groups can't intermix with the other group. So yeah, they are doing everything they can to make it safe. So don't have any qualms about that. So obviously, as I say, I met Craig and Paula. We sat down, we had some breakfast. Now the food they do there, obviously because a lot of the clients there are there because they have, obviously they want, they're all different reasons. Some of them go there because they just want to keep on top of the fitness. Obviously, some of them are there for weight loss journeys. They have issues with nutrition and that. So the food is called, I think it's, I don't know whether I can pronounce this, paleo or paleo, I think, paleo diet. Now I'd never tried this, never, seriously. I'm still not 100% sure what it actually is. I think it's basically a non-processed food diet. I don't know, I'm not too sure. However, what I can say, Nicola the chef is absolutely amazing, seriously. It was the first time I'd tried the food, and I thought, obviously I'll give it a go, I'll try it. And it was fantastic, it was great. The food was amazing, seriously. And I am quite finger with food, if I'm being honest, and nutrition is something I've always been helping there. Nutrition is something I need to get on top of myself. But yeah, I was, I came away from there actually thinking, I'd probably like to try some of that food at home. But we'll see how that goes, because my limit's probably spread to beans on toast. But yeah, so that was obviously the food side of things. So obviously, yeah, they plan their meals and they plan their portions, because without going into much detail about their daily routine, obviously they have a couple of sessions, and then obviously they have their meals every day, and a snack, but it's all controlled, so especially for the people who are there for weight loss. So obviously that, yeah, there's no point in going there if you're going there for weight loss, doing the exercises, but they're eating way too many calories, you know what I mean? So it's all controlled, obviously, to each client individually, and yeah, it's great. Nicola the chef, they got 2 chefs, so I only met the one, Nicola. Yeah, as I say, she was absolutely great. In terms of the rest of the staff, obviously I didn't meet them all there over the weekend. As I say, I met Reese. The other trainer was Ash, who I worked with on the Sunday. Again, absolutely top lad. Even V's ex-Raffridge. Sorry mate, I had to chuck it in. But yeah, I met Georgia. I think she's the front of house and the manager. Again, she's a brilliant girl, absolutely. It was actually also an ex-client of Bootcamp, so is Nicola as well, I believe. So yeah, so obviously they know the ins and outs of how Bootcamp runs anyway, so it was great. So yeah, and then, so they do all these sessions throughout the day. The one I was looking forward to the most actually is because for me, as a PT, massively, I love doing green PT, what we call it, or combat PT, which is obviously what we used to call it in the forces. But yeah, I love all that sort of stuff. I'd happily have people crawling on the ground through the grass all day long. But obviously not everyone wants that. But that was great. That was a great session. Reece set up his own green PT session, which was absolutely fantastic. And the other thing I find important is mindset, and they also do mindset classes and that as well. So, and the coaches also have clinics with the clients. So any concerns the clients have with the coaches, they can just go and speak to them, and again, it's fantastic. So so it was pretty much Saturday, as I say, a few sessions, finishing off with a stretching session of the evening, and that was the clients, you know, off to bed. Day 2 was obviously the Sunday, and I rocked up and I switched it over for the day. So I went and worked with Ash. Again, as I said, top lad, knows his knowledge. Yeah, really, really good lad, to be fair. Quite a fit, athletic lad as well, if I'm being honest. You know, he loves his spin and all that sort of stuff. And probably the only bloke who I constantly see wearing shorts, no matter what the weather is. So, yeah, he's. But no, that was good. And I think the Sunday was we had a active recovery day, so we took him for a hike. So because there's no day where they're not doing anything. On every day they're doing something, whether it's low impact, hits, weights. They've also got a indoor gym facility, which is called the Facility, which is absolutely fantastic. They've got skis, rowers, bikes, punch bags, which unfortunately they can't use at the moment. But I mean, there is nothing that you if it's not there, you don't need it. Let's put it like that. That is what I can say. If it isn't there, you do not need to use it. So yeah, as I say, because we're going on a bit now and I don't want to sound like I'm harping on, but the Sunday was, so we did an active recovery hike, came back, had some scoff, and the afternoon was which was when they went into the mindset and you know, the foods and how they control your food, because they cover everything there. As I say, with the clients, they discuss, you know, the foods and how you can eat it when you get home. They discuss your mindset and how you can motivation and how you can, because obviously what they don't want to do is, although you go there for a week, 2, whatever it may be, they don't want you to leave there and then just slip straight back down and slip into your old habits. So, you know, they want you to leave there best prepared. So so the mindset was last, which again was great. As I said, mindset is massively important to me. So it was good to see that they covered things like that. And obviously I covered a bit of it on myself on the hike with a few of the clients, and you know, it was great to see. And I felt good actually on the hike, because there was 1 or 2 clients that was just genuinely convinced that they weren't going to get to the top of this hill, you know. And obviously by speaking to them and telling them, actually, you know what, it's not your body that's stopping you, it's your mind. And it was good to see them get to the top of the hill. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, so obviously that was the end of the 2 days then, after the mindset lesson, and obviously I came back and that was the end of the weekend there. But so the things that I wanted to take away from this video actually was just how good it is, how it works. I mean, obviously, you know, I don't think I'd ever have to go there as a client, but from what I've seen from the client's point of view, would I recommend TEAM Bootcamp as a client? Absolutely, 100%. Because I know that the trainers you're gonna get given for your week that you're there, or however long it is, are full of knowledge, are absolutely top trainers in their field of work. I know the food that you're gonna eat is gonna be fantastic. I know that the care that you're gonna get there is gonna be fantastic. I know the treat you can offer, you know, the treatments you can get there, i.e. massages and sports therapy and all this, and it is all absolutely top notch. Seriously, it really is. And yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, if I ever had the opportunity to go and work there again in the future, I would absolutely take it. So yeah, if you are thinking about going to TEAM Bootcamp, I 100% recommend it. So I'll wrap it up there, and obviously I hope Craig and Paula didn't mind me doing this, and I hope I didn't harp on too much, but I just wanted to, I mean, I could have talked forever, to be fair. There was so much that we did, but yeah, I just wanted to give you a basic intro of what I thought, you know, of just a weekend being at TEAM Bootcamp.